Hey, hey, hey! Like a... How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Let's try not to kill anyone. As we reverse. Hey, 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 guys! Just keeping an eye on the road and turning. Oh, always helps to take the handbrake off as well. Basically. Anyway, here we are. Just come back from spin class, so looking a little bit sweaty, but it is what it is. You gotta stay fit and such and such. It's part of the deliberate life. Well, actually, it's part of life, isn't it? Really, to stay fit and healthy, especially when you know that you're called to something more. And I just, I got to the point where I realized that I need to keep this body working very long because the vision I have is big. Yeah, no time for getting sick, no time for dying before I've accomplished it. So this body has to work for long. Anyway, our affirmation this week. All right, say hello, guys. Say hello, say hello, say hello as you accompany me home today after spin class. That is the only exercise, and I probably said this 20 million times, it's the only exercise I actually like. I'm not really a sporty person at all. I used to want to be. My sister was the sporty one, okay? When we were at school together, everybody kind of wanted me on their team because they thought I'd be like my sister. I wasn't. I really wasn't. They learned very quickly and they wanted me off their teams very quickly, okay? So the affirmation for this week: I know my win is inevitable. I know my win is sure. I boldly rise and claim my win. Here we go. Let's see if I can sing. I know my win is inevitable. I know my win is sure. I know my win is inevitable. I boldly rise and claim my win. Okay, I want those words like really reverberating through your soul, okay? Because I know that you're probably, hello Deshraj, good afternoon, it's still morning here. I know for some of y'all, you have absolutely created some kind of success in your life. It's just not necessarily the one that you actually truly want. There's a part of you that knows that you're born for something more. But you have confidence in the win that you don't really want. You have more confidence in the wrong life than you do the right life. And that's the issue for you. So though you know that you are capable, though you know that you are powerful, though you know that you're someone that makes things happen, you're not so sure when it comes to your purpose work. And so you kind of try and you play around with your purpose work. You maybe do it at your religious organization, maybe do it in your community, but you're not going all out at all with it. You're kind of holding back. In fact, this morning I had this picture, and I've written a blog about it, which will come out pretty soon. I had this picture, this impression, the divine gave me this impression of standing in a corridor. Okay, that some of y'all are standing in the corridor of your life. So you're living, but you're not fully playing all out for the life that you actually desire. You're in the corridor. There's all these doors around you, and you could push on any door at any moment, but you're worried about pushing on that door. You're worried that one, you will lose what you have, or, so this is a story you're telling yourself, that somehow you've been given a vision that will leave you destitute. It's not possible, but you believe it inside of you, and so therefore you keep acting as though it is true. So you're playing full out for the life you don't want, but you're not playing full out for the life you do want, which is unfortunate. Another story that you might be telling yourself is that the divine doesn't want you to go after your actual vision. So you're telling yourself this story that the divine doesn't want you to go after your vision. Why did he give you? Why were you created with that vision then, honey? Why were you created with that vision? I say to all of y'all many, many times, your vision is your permission. Particularly for you, but you religious ones, okay? You sometimes get into your mind, and I did for a long time too, okay? I feel like I'm yelling. I did for a long time too. I got into this whole thing where I used to tell myself that I was pretty dang proud, that I was too proud to be allowed to live the vision of my life. And so it was a story I kept telling myself, which meant that I kept trying to support everybody else's vision instead of going full pelt after my own, okay? I kept waiting for them to tell me that I was ready. I kept waiting for, I don't know, some other sign from the heavens that it's now time for me to do the thing that I was born to do. And some of y'all are still doing that. And in fact, I used to see so many people that get so frustrated. They come into a religious organization, or community center or whatever. They're trying to do their vision, but under the covering of somebody else's vision. Then they get frustrated that this person doesn't give them permission to do the things that they want to do. And then they leave in a huff and a puff and feeling wounded. But actually, they were the ones that gave their power away. They were the ones that gave their power away. They made it, they made somebody else the guardian, the warden of their vision. They put themselves in chains, telling themselves that they were being humble. They put themselves in chains, telling themselves that, oh, this is the way it has to be, you know. And unfortunately, sometimes I know in the churches, that some of the churches that I grew up in, they were preaching that, you know, you had to serve somebody else's vision forever. And maybe for a season, but at some point, you got to find the courage to go after your own thing and start waiting for somebody else to open the door for you. And that is, you know, that's a story we're telling ourselves, and then you're kind of blaming the divine. You're kind of telling it, oh, it's the divine's fault. But you don't say that, though. You just kind of coach it in nice religious sounding language that keeps you from your own dream. And so you stay in the corridor of your life, working very, very hard, but getting absolutely nowhere. Working so hard and telling yourself it's sacrifice. I have to sacrifice. I have to give up this in order to get that. Okay, yes, there are times when, yes, in order to go for the better, for the best, for the awesome, you have to give up the good. You have to give up the whatever. Yes, I get that. But some of y'all, you don't know the difference between just being conditioned into living in fear and actually, you know, giving up something for more. Sacrifice is not, I don't know, it's not... The way it's used sometimes, particularly in religious circles, it just keeps you down. It makes you believe that you have to sacrifice your vision in order for never to live it. Oh, you know, I'm waiting for one day, and then you get to 60 and then you start telling yourself, I'm too old. You're never too old. It's not true. Actually, some of the most effective people started their ministries, started their callings around about 60. I've even worked with clients in their 60s because they finally realized, you know what, you could even be living for another 60 years. Even at 60, you know, you could live for another 60 years. And if you don't start living out your true design life, you will live those 60 years in sickness and disease, because you are diseased. If you say, well, you're diseased because you're not living to your true design, man. It is so imperative that you live your purpose, because that is the only way that you'll be happy and fulfilled, and also you'll take the cap off your prosperity. Don't you understand this? It's like, and so we tell ourselves these stories. And there's many stories, you know, stories like, oh, I need to wait until my children are older, because if I wait till my children are older, then maybe I'll have the time to do some of the things that I want to do. I have to wait until my partner wants me to do it or agrees with me, then maybe I will get the chance to do my thing. I can say that, oh, again, it's doing this crazy thing again. I'm just it out and hope it disappears soon enough. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, but every time I'm driving, actually, it's this area. Maybe there's something wrong with this area. It doesn't. It's just telling me that I need to reconnect. It's going to work. But we will try. We might not be supposed to press anything or not. I'm scared of pressing anything in case it all suddenly disappears altogether. Oh no, it's trying to reconnect. Oh no, I'm back. Okay, so yes, you can use skin color as a reason. Oh, you know, it's harder for me because I'm this color or that color. I'm not a native of the land that I live in, or whatever. You can use that if you want to, but this is the thing. Nobody holds the keys to your prosperity. Your source is the divine. It doesn't matter. There's no mistake about where you are right now, okay? There's no mistake about where you are right now. So you telling yourself some story about, oh, you know, I'm different from the people around me, so that's why I can't do it, and I have to do whatever I have to do to get by. That's a story. It's a story. There's no mistake about where you are right now. There's no mistake about the vision inside of you. If you decide that you're really truly going to go behind it, get behind it, really boldly claim your win, then honey, nothing can stop you, because the divine is your source, not what you see around you, not your environment, not the physical reality. No, that is not your source. And if when you finally get that, you'll realize that nothing stops you except the story you're telling yourself. The story you're telling yourself, okay? And you maybe, for some of y'all, you're so successful in the eyes of the world that you're too scared to go after your actual life purpose, because you're scared that you're going to lose what you have. Again, there's that feeling inside of you that there's lack. Again, you're telling yourself the story that you're telling yourself stories. It's a story that somehow your life purpose is going to make you destitute. Of course not. Of course not. And I know we all have responsibilities. We're all grown-ups, right? Of course we do. We all have responsibilities. And I'm not saying, anybody needs to do anything. What is crazy? What is stupid? What is crazy to some people is actually just normal to new breed leaders like us. We know that sometimes you have to step out in faith, and it seems like the craziest thing to do. And yet it's the safest, surest thing to do, because you're leaning on the divine rather than actually trusting the environment and something around you to keep you safe. Anyway, I've got home now. I wanted to keep going till I get home to make sure I didn't go around messing about with my phone whilst I was driving. So I'm going to sing this affirmation, and I want you to consider, what are the stories you're telling yourself? What are the stories you're telling yourself that keep you from your win? What are the stories? Because this is what you need to know. And I want you to be singing this over and over in your mind, and sit down with your journal. Let it reverberate through you. I know my win is inevitable. I know my win is sure. I know my win is inevitable. I boldly rise and claim my win. And one more time. I know my win is inevitable. I know my win is sure. I know my win is inevitable. I boldly rise and claim my win. Let those words just keep going through you, okay? And if you are that spiritual entrepreneur, whether you're currently an entrepreneur or you're about to be one, okay? I don't want people that are thinking forever about it. If you're about to be one and you want to build you have a message inside of you, you want to put it out there in the world. This is what I know about spirit-driven entrepreneurs. Some of y'all are living from half of your life. In fact, less than half. You're just depending on the physical reality, the physical marketing strategies to build your business, when actually you are one with the divine. You literally have spiritual power that will enable you to do the same things that regular people do, but actually see it go further than regular people do. So I'm putting together a training for you, okay? So I want you to come and join the group that I've set up for this purpose. I've put the link here. It is facebook.com/groups/ it's complicated, isn't it? I probably need to give it a Rosemary Nonny night thing. But for now, facebook.com/ or you can just go and search for the group, of course. Stop sending me crazy messages. The chances are it's messages I don't even want. facebook.com/groups/ spirit-driven entrepreneurs. Okay, so it's groups. Sorry, typing this for the first time on my phone, so there's no usually it knows what I'm about to type, but it doesn't know this time because it's the first time I've done it on my phone. Spirit-driven entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur, not even ners. I'll get there finally. Ner. Okay, I think that's it. Yes, please don't change it, phone. Sometimes you know how your phone can just change things just when you've typed out the whole thing. So it's facebook.com/groups/ spirit-driven entrepreneur. Go and join in the group, and then we will yeah, I'm going to be doing this training. You're going to get access to that training inside of the group. It's the only place I'm going to do it. I will teach you how to use your spiritual power in conjunction or in combination with online marketing strategies to actually get your message out and to draw irresistibly the right clients for you into your business. Okay. So if that's of interest to you, which frankly, why would it not be if you're a spirit-driven entrepreneur, if you're a new breed leader, then go and join in the group. The link is right there, facebook.com/groups/spirit-driven entrepreneur. It'll be a pleasure to get to know you. It'll be a pleasure to have you in there when I do it live, or even if you're watching this after I've done it live, you get access to it in the group anyway. Come along. It'll be fun to get to know you. Okay. Especially if we're one in heart. We have these messages that we know we need to deliver to the world. We know that we're called to impact people's lives in a big way. We're here to make a difference in a bigger, bolder way. We know it. We know it from the core of our soul. So if you're that person and that resonates with you, you know that you're here to make a difference. You want to make this world a more loving, more beautiful place, then come and join in the thing. And you are an entrepreneur, okay? I'm not really into... lots of people have great ideas, just like what I just said, but they're not actually willing to do anything about it. No, I need people who are ready to move right now or are already moving. If you're already moving or you're ready to move right now, then come into the group. Okay. I'm not really, I love you all. And I love that you have great ideas, but if you're not actually acting towards it, then this group is not for you. But if you're ready to move, okay, if you're ready, because then our hearts are linked, because we know the challenges, we know what's going on, and then we can build a bit of a community with like-minded people here. So yeah, you need to be an entrepreneur or very ready to start right now, not just talking about it. Then go and join the group, okay? There's a few questions you need to answer, but join the group. It would be great to have you there. Much, much, much amazing love, guys. Much amazing love. Woo! Until the next time, my honeys. Bye.